The G7 leaders meet to set goals aimed at solving global issues. But are these summits really worth it? The G7 Research Group has been monitoring their performance since 1996.
The G7 Research Group, previously known as the G8 Research Group, has produced a compliance report on the progress made by the group's members in meeting the commitments their leaders issue at each summit. These reports monitor each G7 member's implementation of a carefully chosen selection of the many commitments they make each year.
Their latest findings show a compliance level of 84%. This is the second highest since the group started collecting data.
The G7 Research Group is an organization that attempts to assess the extent to which members of the G7 have complied with the commitments they make at any given summit. So what we do is we take a look at all of the commitments they make in the communique, of which there are hundreds. We attempt to reduce them down into something that is representative of the sum total, maybe 20 to 30 commitments, and then assess the extent to which they have complied with those things.
Senior researcher Carolyn Bracht says monitoring could help leaders be more aware of what they've promised.
It's important to keep our leaders transparent. These are publicly made commitments, and so their compliance should be public. So when you get the opportunity to measure them every year and they know that there is a group out there measuring them, I think it makes them a little bit more cautious of exactly what they're saying. Sometimes leaders can say things and just move on to the next topic or event, and not many people actually follow up. So the main takeaway is that we have methodology. We do the same methodology every year. We have long-term data, and that gives us our platform to stand and have an educated and informed opinion on this group.
As the G7 wraps up, many eyes will be on what these world leaders have vowed to do.
At the end of their Ise Shima summit in 2016, the G7 leaders issued a 32-page declaration, and they ended by saying, "We will continue to monitor progress against our commitments." So will we in the G7 Research Group, and we'll do it in detail with a fully comprehensive monitoring report every year.